Show them the honorary noose is here.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company P&B Show, presented by Starne's Barber Shop, where we cover everything on the court with the North Green Huskies and Lady Huskies basketball teams. As always, I'm here with Huskies head coach Sam Carlson and Lady Huskies head coach James Buchanan. With the honorary Ethan Cooper here with us today. Fellas, how are y'all doing?
Good. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing well. It's Thursday, almost done with the week. Got some basketball out of the way. Got one more game this week. How you feeling right now?
Start with the honorary ooze.
Go left to right.
We
How
don't
you
get
feeling
any
today,
dog very here, very often here.
I'm good.
Almost on Christmas break.
Almost on Christmas
Said we
break.
had
That's
one
right.
class today. Only one class.
That's nice. On
He's
a
on
Thursday?
Cruise
On
control.
a Thursday. Yeah.
That's rare.
Got a couple finals. He told me next week, right?
Yep.
Take home.
What is your what are you majoring in?
He's gonna work for Grassroots.
Medium communication. Attaboy.
Wouldn't think.
Tyler, can you
Attaboy.
get his dog a job
I
when
probably
he
could.
graduates?
I
someday?
mean, if it all doesn't work out, like I'm a coaching minor, I'll stick here to Husky.
Same exact. I was a coaching minor too.
I've got it figured out.
You were.
Tyler 2.0 over there.
I was a coaching minor also. Have you had any coaching classes yet?
Yes, I had a sports officiating class this semester.
Who was your professor?
Sam A.
Matthew? Yep.
Yep.
Hey dog, what if you become an official? We could get somebody on the inside, the dark
We
side.
may need one.
You can help me with some of these
I thought we
over-unders.
had a couple, and I don't know anymore.
Not anymore.
No, them guys like me. I tell you what was really neat out here the other night. You were playing Cherokee, and during your game, and I'm sitting in the bleachers, and a couple of those guys come up to me and told me they didn't see me before, you know, that to have a Merry Christmas and all that. We have
They
some
are
really good people,
top-notch
Good guys.
top-notch officials. We got a couple that probably should do something else, but for the most part,
That's in any profession. Bro.
anything.
Yeah.
That's
There's
true.
probably people watching this show thinking, "We need to get somebody out there to coach
These two
at
idiots
North
gotta do
Green."
something else.
This guy's
They need a new assistant.
What we supposed to talk about? Well,
We
tell
got-
them. Go ahead, bring it up because we didn't even bring it up last week.
No,
I
we'll
deserve
save it.
this.
We'll save it.
All right,
We'll talk about college football in the latter half.
I deserve to be made fun of.
Let's go through basketball first, and then we'll
Okay.
get into.
We played a lot because you
You have.
normally come on Tuesdays. And he had to sleep in Tuesday or something. Skipped on us. So we played an extra game. We played 3 games last week.
We didn't even cover Cherokee, and you played the game.
We've already yeah.
But you got them coming up next week again.
We
so
didn't even preview them. How can we have played that game without having first previewed them on Grassroots?
Life happens.
Life happens. It does.
Well, our audience is probably disappointed
Why's that?
because they didn't know what to expect the other night.
We might have some Cherokee viewers. We cover Cherokee baseball, so.
All right, see?
But
Sorry,
guess what?
everybody.
You're going to get the recap, and you're going to get another.
Yeah, we
preview
do
in the
play
second
them
half.
quick turnaround. 2 Tuesdays in a row. And then you know what? Tuesday's gone.
With the win.
My baby's gone.
Great song, Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
What album's that off of?
I don't know them very well.
It's that weird one. It's pronounced Leonard Skinner, whatever that album is, I think.
You got
Anyway,
me.
let's move forward. Basketball. You've had 4 games since the last time we talked.
First, did you see E's haircut from Robert Starne?
Robert Starnes did this.
Look at that.
And
Give us
listen,
a
he
pan.
got the beard trim too.
Yeah.
Is that extra money or not?
Yeah, it costs
It's
him.
extra at $5.
So how, grand total, what does it cost to look like that?
$25.
That's pretty good. If
Yes,
I
it
could
is.
pay $25 and have hair like that, I would do it.
I'm
So I
losing
just-
mine on
but I
top,
can't,
dude.
so I'm just going to
Yours
keep
looks
shaving
good.
it off.
Yours looks good.
He does. He has a good cut. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Yeah.
I'll definitely come back.
His
Yeah,
logo's
hey.
somewhere up here.
Look at that. He's gained a customer
Well,
already.
there's only
There
one
we go.
guy in here who don't get his haircut at Robert
Yep.
Starne's.
That's true. Well, I mean, I don't, but I
He
did.
has.
I
He
went.
has.
You need to go one time.
Maybe one
I
time.
bet you'll
He said
never,
maybe.
you'll
Maybe
never
one
go
time.
back to, those other people.
Who is it?
No, don't even say their name. They don't deserve airtime.
Oh, no airtime.
No airtime for the competition. Only Robert. What we got to do here? Talk about basketball?
Yep. We got to get it out of the way
Start with
first.
Sam.
All right. Hancock County, West Green, South Green, Cherokee.
Are there any time limits this time?
No time limit.
What was 5 minutes last
It was
He
5
beat me
minutes
by
last
3
time.
seconds last
Oh,
time.
You can
Come
take
on.
it through however
Let's
you
do it
want.
again.
I think it's one of those weird occurrences where each night you both either won or lost both games.
Quit
think.
bringing up bad memories.
Well, the good news is I think you ended up winning 3 of the 4. You swept 3 of the 4. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Hancock County, West Green, and Cherokee, and then got swept by South Green. So whoever wants to go first,
All right.
no time limit, just take me through all 4 of those games.
Hancock County, tough place to play, always. They did the dual banjos.
Yeah.
E-Dog sent it to me.
He sent it to you?
He
Yeah,
so
I
you
did.
already seen
recorded
it?
and sent it.
Well,
It's still not like being there. But
Oh
No.
yeah, that's true.
maybe next year, Tyler.
They had it rocking in there with the dual banjos. Trying to remember, that was so long ago. What happened that game?
It's pretty close, nip and tuck.
It was.
And
I think
then-
we got down early. By
Yeah.
halftime,
And here come the heat.
it was tied. We had to jump in some pressure. We pressed a little bit there in the second half. We were able to make just enough plays to pull it out in the end. Anytime you can get a region road win, you'll take it. Especially when we were struggling, like we kind of struggled at the start. We got a little third quarter, start of the fourth. What was that? You got a little rowdy as far as the calling. You never know what you're gonna get on the calling. That's part of basketball. We got to get them over and settle them down. Our boys were jumping and throwing their hands over their head after every play. Just calm down. We got to control it. We had a technical. We got a technical on our
For what?
a fan. A fan got
Oh,
a
yeah.
technical, but
Then they rescinded it.
they gave it to the bench because they thought I guess we were talking, but it was actually
You should have seen
A
the
fan.
entire bench sell that fan out. The whole bench said, it was him! And they pointed to the second row.
Yeah, he took away the.
Was it a North Green fan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
No names.
they
no names.
took away the technical.
Yeah,
I've
they
never
did.
seen that. I've never seen one pal somebody and then change their mind. Only
crazy.
Sam.
I was selling Henry out. I did it again.
Nope.
Sorry, Henry. He don't care.
Nope.
it
I
again.
was going to cut the audio.
No, he'd be proud of it. You know what he told me right after that? He said, right after that, them calls started to change.
Yeah, that's right.
So Henry.
Wait, isn't it ironic? Didn't we just talk about him getting ejected last week's show?
I think we did.
Maybe we need to
Yeah.
quit talking about him getting ejected. He's going to get you technicals over again.
No.
Or maybe he could.
No.
Henry's Henry, baby. We love it.
No, yeah. We're
He's
not.
passionate.
You can't
Very.
put a leash on that man. You gotta let him go.
Let him go.
I love
He
it.
gets
No,
his hair cut at Robert Starne.
Does he?
I don't know.
Like a lot of people around here do.
I don't know.
that's fun. No, but glad to get a win on that one. I'm definitely gonna be over 5 minutes. Who's next?
West Green was next.
West Green. I thought that was the best game that we had played up to that date all year. We were a lot better defensively. Had several guys in double figures scoring. Bennett had 19. Jason had, I think he had 20, 22.
28.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm talking about in the first half.
First half, he
With,
got over 20.
We turned our defense into some offense. I think he got loose for a few dunks. Trying to remember, Lance Carrico played well that game. He scored several times down the post. He's been doing a little bit better about that. We need more of that out of him. But everybody that got in the game, we were playing shorthanded that night because we had 4 people out with a stomach bug.
Which wasn't like
Yeah. Don and Thomas and Isaac and Cash, everybody that got in, I thought gave us good minutes, and that was one of our better games. I think we ended up winning by 15 or 20. So
21. I think might have been
21. Yeah,
fine.
you remember better than me. So that was good. I'll go ahead and talk about Cherokee before we'll talk about the 3 wins before the loss. We've been really struggling to shoot the ball all year, and I don't know. It's been hard to explain because we shot it well pretty much every game this summer. And Cherokee, it felt like it was something. We scored 86 points. Jason got his, shot it well from the field. Bennett was 6 of 8. Lance was 6 of 6. Lawson scored 10 points. We put 4 guys in double figures. And then I think Tyler and Sam had 7 and 6. We scored 86. Everybody that got in done a good job. Our defense was terrible in the first half, but I thought in the third quarter we settled down. I think we held them under 15 points both the third and the fourth quarter. So that was good to see that we finally sat down and got some stops. We finished them up with the rebounds. We were able to get out in transition. That's kind of what I envisioned it being, the whole year. So I don't know. Maybe we can. We got 3 games here before we go to Christmas break. Maybe we can keep that rolling. Maybe start scoring the basketball a little more, guarding into rebounding a little better. South Green. I guess we'll try to forget about that one.
Very good ball team.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very good ball team, but everybody always says that, Coach. That's a good team, or it's flush out. But we're a good team. We want to be a good team, and if you're going to be a good team, you got to compete against good teams. And man, we started out 0 of 9 from the field. And we're getting good shots is the thing. They're just not going in. I'm wide open. The thing I said this, I think, earlier on the show, and it held true against South Green. In that game, we shot 29 threes and only 19 twos. And our percentage was terrible. So I don't know. Either we're going to have to start making those or start getting to the paint and the free throw line a little more. So I don't know. 41 to 22 was a rebounding. Got doubled up again. That's never good. Of course, they're big and athletic, but I don't know. At some point, you're going to have to get a stop and get a rebound, or you're not going to be the good team ever. And we're in here working on it. I'm going to take full responsibility for it. I'm the coach. I got to get them to do that. So the rebounding and the defense has to get better if we're going to be where we want to be in February and March as far as competing with the good teams. That's where we want to be. We're just not there yet, and we're going to keep plugging at it, though.
That's a great summary. Coach, what you got now?
Well, I thought of this. I wrote this down today. I didn't even intend to read it today, but where's my stuff? Oh, we've played 10 games now, and I usually wait till about 10 games before I even look at stats because, that's a pretty good sample size.
Yeah.
About a third of your season, really.
Yeah, close to a third. Our team field goal percentage is 41. Girls basketball, unless you're blessed with one of those super talented teams that steal it all the time and shoot wide open layups, I've always thought, and I've been here a long time, so I've always thought that if your whole team together shot the 40s, that's not bad, girls basketball. But listen to this. From the three-point line, we're shooting 20%. So how much has that pulled that? If we just shot twos, we're really close to 50%, which is, I think, really good.
Just to plug in there, that's kind of very similar to ours. Like, we're almost 60 from 2, below 20 from 3, but our total overall is down in the 40s because of the 3-point.
Yeah.
And we shoot almost just as many threes as we do twos.
One of my least favorite things to hear somebody say after a game is, well, if you've made all your foul shots, can you tell me a game where somebody has made every free throw?
You've coached how long?
There's been 22 plus years now.
How many games has that ever happened for you?
Never.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever. Now, every once in a while, you'll see an NBA game where a team goes 21 out of 21. And yeah, there's games where you go 4 for 4 if you don't get to the line very much. But so, and I know people see you miss free throws and they want to blame the whole game on that, but it's way deeper than that. So we usually have a target. And I understand sometimes we have people that maybe aren't as great at shooting free throws. Then we have some people that are above average. So I just try to emphasize every game's a new game. And we might have shot 30% from the free throw line in the last game, but our target's always 70. We can shoot 70. Now, I'd love for it to be 75 or 80, but right now we're at 65. So, that's not, but listen here. Right now we're averaging 53 points a game, 53.3. We're giving up 35.4, so we're a plus 18 right now is our point differential. The 4 games that we've lost by 3, 2, 3, and 2. So grand total of 10 points and 4 losses. And here I think, and so basically what I'm trying to say, 10 games we've been in it, we've either won every game or we've had a chance to win every game. And you want to know why? Here's the key. All you listeners out there, here you go. You want to know how you stay in ball games? We're out rebounding our opponents right now, 37.7 to 23.3. And a lot of that is our 2 post players who I think are phenomenal rebounders. But I don't know that I've had a team ever that has been this good on the boards. And we'll even get some offensive rebounds. That's not just, finishing off defensive possessions, but that's giving us second and sometimes third chances. So, another thing that I like to emphasize, this is something going back to when I played for Coach Wallingford up at Milligan. He was always big about getting to the free throw line. He wanted to make more free throws than our opponents attempted. So that means you're playing good defense without fouling. And everybody knows, I think, with our issues here, we got a thin lineup this year with right now only 8 players available. So we really can't afford to be in much foul trouble. But I told y'all, it may be in episode 1 where I talked about we may have to play a lot more zone this year. We ain't played no zone. we played a little bit against, I think it was Granger. And there'll be some possessions here and there. Against South Green, we had to go to a zone for a little while. But we're still trying to play man. And we've had some awful games where we've just not guarded well. The Knox Central game, they scored 59. So, but I think we are getting better at it. So we're trying to play defense without fouling, but at the same time we're trying to get to the line. And right now we're attempting 16 free throws a game, and our opponents are shooting 13. So that's not real good. But anyway, I thought that would maybe kind of help out as far as understanding, after 10 games who we are and what we need to improve on. The Hancock County game, it's usually a thing when you go over there that you don't shoot well. And this may be the first year ever that we went over there and filled full. Ella Head had a career high. I think she had 21 that night. So we were thrilled.
She hit like 4 threes.
She did. She hit about 4 threes. So we had a good win there on the road. And then what was next? The West Green game. West Green, we I think we went into the half up 1. And then in the third quarter, Hannah picked up her 4th foul. And I took her out, and I believe their lead, they had already took the lead. And then it ballooned up to about 9. I think it got up to as much as 9. And, I asked her there late in the third because, their lead just kept getting bigger. And we couldn't protect the paint. All of a sudden, we had no real threat to score inside. We tried to spread them out. We hadn't really practiced that much, so it looked like chaos. That third quarter was probably the worst basketball offensively. Well, probably on both ends of the floor. We just didn't seem organized, and I didn't do a very good job, and the kids seemed frustrated. So I asked Hannah, I said, sorry, man, we're tight today.
You're good.
I asked her if she could play the whole 4th quarter without fouling out. Yeah. She said yeah, so I just took her word for it. She did. And, they've got a very talented young player over there, I believe is a freshman. And she also had 4 fouls, and she fouled out at the beginning of the 4th quarter. And Hannah, I think, had scored. We had hit a free throw and cut it to 8. And then Hannah scored the first bucket of the 4th quarter to cut it to 6. And then they had that foul out. And from there, I felt like we kind of controlled the game, was able to take the lead, At the end, it got a little wild. We had a very poor defensive possession late when we needed to stop. A stop and you win. We didn't stop them. So we had to come back. Haley made a big shot there at the buzzer for us. We were happy for her. She's made some big plays this year. So I think she ended up with maybe 20, 24 that night. I can't remember. But that was a big win for us on the road against a county opponent. And then we had the South Green game on Saturday, so just 2 days later we're back at it. They had played Dobbins-Bennett on Friday, though.
Yeah.
So I think we caught them, a little fatigued maybe. So, and they've got 9 players, I noticed, and we have 8, and I think we ended up playing, I think we played 6 that night. They might have played 7. So both teams just, I think both teams had played recent games, and fatigue was a factor. It was a low-scoring game. I was very proud of our defense in that game for the most part. They started picking on us a little bit there in the third quarter in the high post. They've got a guard, the Brooks kid, just long and strong, and we don't really have guards like that. So, we ended up with a horrible matchup, and they saw it, took advantage of it, and they got them a little lead there. I think we were up 6 to half. And they flipped it, by some point in the 4th, they're up 7. So, but we battled back and took the lead late. And, the game just did. It's one of those things. And I know when the game was over with, somebody asked me, they said, we were tied and we had the ball and there was, maybe 40 seconds left, and Mercy was wide open for a 3. And people try to act like there's rules that you have to go by every game. No, you're an idiot if that's what you think. If you're playing a team that's maybe sitting back and not putting a lot of pressure on you, yeah, we'll hold it for the last shot. What idiot wouldn't? I mean, what do you want to do? Take a shot, miss it, and give them a chance to beat you at the buzzer? Now, we're playing a team that's the whole game. They're flying around, trapping, shooting gaps, putting pressure on the ball. So, and I'm just going with what I've seen. And what I've seen is a stat that I didn't read to you there a minute ago is we've actually pulled it down some. It was up around 18 turnovers a game. We've got it down now to about 16. But I've seen us turn the ball over, and I'm thinking, can we really hold it for 35, 40 seconds here for a last shot? I did not think so. So I was totally fine with the shot that we got because it was an absolutely wide open shot. It couldn't have been more open. We just missed it. So, they got the rebound, and they come down and they do hold it for a last shot. And we had some success. We'd got some stops in our zone. And I was over there trying to decide because they were holding it, we could have easily matched up. We could have stayed zone. We just decided to stay with what had been working. But the Brooks kid, again, just made a really tough shot. And Hannah was in there contesting the shot. I mean, her body was twisted, and it's just a tough one. And it went in right at the buzzer, so congrats to them on a big win. I was really proud of our kids for hanging in there with them. And I think we learned a lot through the course of that game. Got better. I think we played a lot better. It's weird how basketball is. Sometimes you can win and feel like you lost. Sometimes you can lose and feel like you won.
Yeah.
And it's all about the process, not necessarily the results. Everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to lose a game. But if you can come out of a game thinking you've gotten better, thinking that that's going to benefit you in February, then you can leave with some positives there. So the Cherokee game, I thought we got out to a really good start. In that game, I don't know what the score was at halftime, but it was big. It was, I think we only gave up 1 field goal and 4 points in the first half.
I'll get that scoring average done there.
Yep. And they finished with 13. So, and some of that was just them not shooting it well and them making some turnovers. And part of it, I think, is we were paying attention to the right stuff, as far as who had the ball and trying to take them away from their strengths. So that was good. We got everybody's playing time. They're on, I think I took longer than Sam, sorry. I'm done.
E-Dog, I'm going to let you take the floor. Do you want to add anything to the last 4 games?
I think we're getting better as a team. Of course, trying to cut down those turnovers and all that, like Coach Buchanan said. I think that's a big factor right now. One of them, I should say. But I think the girls are getting better, and hopefully these next few games will help us keep on moving forward into this week and the rest of the games moving forward.
Well said. I like those shoes.
Thank you, buddy.
How long you had those?
What about my shoes?
I like those too.
These are the same shoes?
These are the 40. That's the 39.
See, I'm old. I get the old stuff. I have to wait till next year when those 40s go on sale. Then I'll get the 40s.
Then you'll be matching. But by that time, will we have the 41s?
You'll have the 41s.
Okay.
Yeah.
E-Dog, what you got on?
Sam's a good shoe
New Balance?
guy.
It's an A6.
Oh, I thought it was New Balance.
You want to know about Sam? Sam is not just a good shoe guy. He's a white shoe guy.
Yeah,
I don't know that I've ever seen Sam in anything but white.
all white.
How do you keep them so clean? What's the secret?
You want me to tell you how
Get
to
a
keep
bunch of pairs.
Look how clean these are. Now, that's a little dirty, but I
That's
can take
alright.
care of that. You know what takes care of white on shoes, everybody?
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Deep cleaning mist also works well.
That scrubbing bubble stuff does good
That does
too.
good.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Okay.
No bleach. Going to the break.
Let's go to the break.
All right, we got to get some messages on screen first. Right
Robert
after the break,
Starnes.
we'll preview the games against Cherokee and Cosby. We'll be right back in just a minute here on Grassroots Media.
Baileyton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Baileyton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-through. When you visit us, You are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're investing in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We are conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Baileyton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
My name is Robert Starnes. I'm a lifelong resident of Northern Greene County, where I currently reside here with my wife and 3 children. I was a barber in Greenville for the last 6 years, but I have recently changed locations to my new shop in Baileyton. It's at 285 Mortis Hollow Lane, Afton. I'm also a proud supporter of North Greene Athletics. Come see me for all of your men and boys grooming needs. Go Huskies!
Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company T&B Show, presented by Starne's Barbershop. As always, I'm sitting here with ladies. You messed me up on that. You messed me up real bad.
You always go me first, but then you switched it again. Last year, I think it was him first.
I don't even pay attention.
Was it you first last year?
You switched the beginning.
When he screamed right there,
Yeah.
it messed everything up. As always, sitting here with Huskies head coach Sam Tarleton, Lady Huskies head coach.
Coach, he was
Justin
calling.
Cannon.
We need to have him on the show. It'd be like an 8-hour show.
Who?
He was calling earlier.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Mr. Bible, I missed your call. I will call you back. Larry
Hey,
Bible.
we need to have
legend.
him and let him tell stories. He got
Hey,
some of the
story
best
time
stories.
with Larry.
like that.
He tells the best stories. I
Yes.
could listen to him talk a whole day.
If you ever talk to him, you'll have to.
Hey, I love it.
I love him too. I
I love
love it too.
And get him and Ted Haley together. And that's the best.
We played a golf tournament with him, won it this summer.
Oh, yeah, with me, Sam, Larry Bible, Drew Pettit. We went up there and
Easy
won
dub.
it.
Won the whole
Won a
thing.
golf tournament.
FCA.
Who kept? Did you get a little trophy or a plaque or anything?
What did we get? We got something.
We got a pullover.
Pullovers.
Even better.
What else?
We got to ride home with Larry.
Yeah.
Hear stories.
Yeah, it was.
It was an
yeah.
FCA golf tournament. Should we tell them how many teams were in it?
Don't mind.
No, there wasn't 2. It was like 4.
I was just counting up.
Second time's the charm,
Yeah,
there,
you gotta
Tyler.
win.
How's your golf game, Tyler?
Not the best. I've not been
We need to go
since,
play then.
since
Fit
COVID.
right in with me.
You're not that good.
No, I'm not very good. I'm getting better though. You know what's
You
helped
good?
me the most? Well, it's
I
probably
can
hurt
drive
me.
it, but I cannot hit an iron.
It hurt me playing with Sam because Sam will hit it a mile,
I don't hit it.
and I want to hit it as far as Sam does, so I swing as hard as I possibly can, and it ends up in bad places to where you just can't score with
Like
it.
You
in a
slice or
sand
you
pit.
pull?
Both.
Oh,
Both.
Interesting.
You never
How do you
know.
do that?
You never know. But you know what I've started doing lately?
What's
I
that?
just don't swing hard anymore. And
You
it's,
played well.
it's
Last
amazing.
time we played, he played well.
The last
took
time
straight.
the last time we played, I broke 90. I mean, I'm an 80s something golfer now because it went straight. I just-
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, just hit it straight. Don't hit
Just
it.
hit it
Don't try to
straight.
hit it forward. Just try to hit
Yeah.
it straight.
Yeah. Tell them about my short game, Sam.
It's way better than mine.
I don't know about that.
It is.
Better putter.
I'm talking about from
Chipping, putting.
50
Oh, I
in.
can't chip.
From 50 in, he's good.
Hmm.
He is. And
From
he's
50 out, I'm off.
We're all bad son. I suck from 50 in.
We make a pretty good team.
We do make
Because
good
he
team.
mashes it a mile off the tee, and then I don't even have to hit it. You know, I'll hit it just to see how far I can hit it. It's usually a worm burner. It goes about 37 yards. And then but we have a good time when we go. I'll tell you what started all that. We're coming back from the state tournament that they canceled in 2020.
2020.
So we got beat by Greenfield in the first round. Sam's riding home on the bus with me, and we got Roger driving it, and we got Ted, and we're just sitting there. I'm depressed because we just got blasted. everybody's like confused because what's going to happen to the world. Everybody's having to quit everything. So we decided to go play golf. We never did go back to school that year.
That's the last time I've been golfing since COVID.
Well, so we went and played because that was the one thing they were letting you do, but you couldn't take the flag out of the pin.
You had little pool noodles in the bottom of the
Yeah. So, okay.
That was the weirdest thing about COVID.
Strange. But we started playing then, and we've not stopped. Now, we don't get to play as much as we'd like
When
to.
we did it in COVID, we did it a bunch.
Oh, we played all the time.
The only thing you could do.
We were going places.
yeah.
We were meeting and riding
yeah.
in Roger's van and just going places. We went down to Jefferson City. We went up to Warriors Path. And now we can't even do stuff like that anymore because we're in here grinding.
We had fun, though.
Hey, we better hurry. These announcements we got about 10 minutes.
Speaking of grinding, got to grind out the rest of this week.
Yeah.
Not the rest of this week, the rest of the time we have to the next interview.
Okay.
You got Cosby and you got Cherokee. You got Cosby here at home. That's a region opponent. Cherokee, we didn't get to preview them last week. We got to recap them, but talk about what you expect in the next upcoming matchup with them. Just take me through both games.
Well,
what you expect.
Cherokee's a man-to-man team and zone, so it's a pretty good mixture. You get to work on some of that stuff. You know, we feel like that's a team that, and they're getting better, and Coach Lawson does a great job, but they're also one of those teams where if you're not applying some type of pressure, you may be doing them a favor because, you know, they may not be the top team that, you know, handles pressure very well. So we've had a chance to work on that, and you have to be able to do that at some point. Sam will tell you that. If you're not a pressing team, and people look at us and they say, you ain't got enough players to be a pressing team, and you're not super fast, you got some speed in a few positions, but overall I would not say that team speed is one of our strengths. So, you know, but what do you do when you're down 4 with 2 minutes to go? You just sit back in some defense and let the team hold the ball. I mean, at some point you got to be able to apply pressure. So, you know, that we work on that, you know, against some teams, and you know, it's been getting better. We made a little adjustment in our press that we tried against Cherokee, and you know, we have a couple different types that we've been working on, and so next time we play them, we may get to work on the other one. So, you know, that's a preview there. Cosby, we got in here tomorrow night. They have a phenomenal player over there last year in double overtime. She had like 31 or whatever it was, and I think she's missed their last couple games, but she's scheduled to be back against us. So we got our work cut out for us, and they surround her with all kinds of kids that are not shy about shooting the three. And then they got a couple kids that can score on the inside, and they're going to change up their defense a lot too. You know, they're going to play some man-to-man. They'll be full court run and jump. They'll diamond press you perhaps, a little 2-2-1 press. They'll play some 2-3s and 1-2-2 in the half court. So, you know, it's almost everything. So we have to be ready for all of that. So it'll be a big day of preparation for us today.
Coach, what you got?
Cherokee, they have they're well coached. Coach Fields does a great job. You talk about golf. He's like a scratch golfer, Coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
so we don't ever need to play them.
No, or unless maybe if we need to win a tournament.
That's what I was
We
going
need
to
to
say.
call
We need to call him.
Okay.
Like he said he was hitting balls. He just, when he came here to the game the other day, he just came from hitting some balls. He had to get some swings in. Yeah, in the winter.
They say that helps.
Yeah, I'd say.
You know Steve King?
Mm-hmm.
Steve's my neighbor. He's my cousin. And he's been a coach in Greene County. He coached at Otway and played at South Greene. I think he played at Tusculum. Steve's a real good neighbor, real good cousin. So anyway, he told me once upon a time, he said, James, how many free throws could you hit if you shot, you know, like 100? I told him, he said, how'd you get to where you could hit that many? I said, well, I shot it every day, practiced every day, shot at least 100 free throws every single day. He said, golf's the exact same.
Makes sense.
You better hit 100 balls a day or more if you really want to be good at it. I can't seem to find time to hit 100 golf balls a day.
I'd make time, Coach.
Yeah, I guess.
We're gonna beat Ted. And
If we're going to beat Ted.
You need to get one of those
Look
nets.
here.
Like one of those golf nets.
Is that Ted?
No.
They had a good. They have a really good player, the McLean kid.
Mm-hmm.
I think he finished with 22, but I think he had 16 or 17 of those in the first half. We gave up 19 in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter, and was able to keep that, I think, below 15 in the third and fourth quarter. So we tightened up our defense, done a really good job on him. I thought we rebounded well and was able to get out in transition. they played 1-3-1 zone the entire game. So kind of your plays are out the window for the most part. You just get in a 2-1-2 and play off of it. And I thought we did a really good job of doing that. I think that's good practice for us because a team that we might see later on down the road is a big 1-3-1 team, Jellicoe. So I thought we handled that really well. I thought we were seeing the right things for the most part. What we didn't see, we got in here and watched some film. So if they do that again on Tuesday, hopefully we'll be ready. And then Friday night tomorrow night, we got Cosby, tough region opponent. We know that's kind of like a, I don't know, rivalry game, for us as far as.
You know, you can have a rivalry game with an opposite regional team, but that's been the case the last.
It has been the
5-6 years.
Yeah. So I'm sure that'll be exciting. The fans get into that one. The boys get into that one. Man, they lost a few kids, but they're playing well. I think they're sitting at 5-2. Man, they beat some good teams. Beat Jellicoe. They got 5-7 players who are good players who all can score the ball. They play really, really, really hard. They'll press you man to man, press you 2-2-1. If they press man, obviously they run and jump back to a man to man, 2-2-1, back to a 2-3 zone. So they switch up the defense on you. Really, really aggressive. They got multiple guys who can shoot 3-pointers. So it'll be a good test in here for us tomorrow night against a team that you're gonna have to beat if you want to get where you want to get to. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to tomorrow.
E-Dog, is there anything you wanted to add also?
I don't think so.
All right.
E-Dog owns Cosby Eagles.
What?
I got to give it to you.
Owns Cosby Eagles.
Let's talk
Pretty
about
much. I won a regional championship against them, so.
He did? You
Couple
didn't know that, did you?
What's that?
E-Dog won the regional championship against the Cosby Eagles.
Oh, yeah. You were on that team.
He was.
I sure
Is
was.
that the night
correct.
Coach got tossed?
Yeah.
It was a wild night.
Oh, well, I was here that night. That was a fun night.
And Chris scored.
Yeah, I picked
one.
Tennessee to beat Georgia.
Let's talk about it.
Yep. I don't care.
Take the floor.
I'll pick them again.
But you know
What-
what? Georgia lost to Alabama, so.
Yeah. We can beat any of them.
What do you think about that?
What's that?
The final.
All right, let's be honest. I think Florida State got hosed.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
I don't think. I agree they got hosed. I don't agree they're one of the top 4 teams.
There you go. That's,
I agree.
that's
I
the
agree.
dilemma that the committee
If you're
faced.
saying the best 4 teams are not one of the best 4.
Georgia's one of the best 4 teams still.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
But if you're talking about most deserving, they're one of the top 3.
They didn't do anything to keep them, in my opinion, didn't do anything to keep them out of it. And they did everything to put them in it that you're supposed to do. So how do you
leave them out?
Yep.
I agree.
You know who ruined it for them?
Who's that?
TCU last year.
Kentucky.
I think TCU last year.
Kentucky?
Yeah. Kentucky beat Louisville. And then Florida State screwed around with Louisville.
Well, I can see that. I think
And then Alabama beat the brakes off of Kentucky.
goes back to those.
Yeah, I mean it's just, and they got it right. Now we can cry about Florida State not being in it, and I feel sorry for them because they won every game that was on their schedule. What more can you do besides win? Well, I guess you have to win big and look good doing it. But I mean, I just feel like if they played against one of the other teams that did make it, that they would not win.
Well, and
I
last
think
year,
the thing that messed them up was TCU.
the lopsided win last year. You don't get that money because the people are not watching it like they want people to watch. It's just
TCU getting blown out by 58 in the championship game messed that up because the most deserving doesn't always mean.
I listened to this
best.
yesterday though. It was Richard Sherman made a good point. He said when the playoff first started, they were talking about that 3rd string quarterback or whatever. They said the first game that who was that
Cardell Jones.
Cardell Jones,
Ohio State.
You know that his first start was in the Big Ten championship. So and he was a 3rd string quarterback. Kind of same things happening for Florida State right now. Well, they let them in, and they won the whole thing.
Yep.
So
First year of the
What
playoff.
was the score of the Big Ten championship game?
I remember
that he
who they
played?
played.
I bet it wasn't 16-6 over a Louisville team.
what year would that have been? Like 2000?
2014, I believe.
I
That
think
long
they played
ago?
Wisconsin that
Yeah,
year.
because this is the 10th year of the playoff.
Maybe so.
16 teams
It
made the
hasn't been
14
very
playoff.
long.
You
Can
know
you name them
what?
all?
No.
You can't name them all?
That won it every year?
No, that have been in it. 16 teams
There's only been 16 teams in it?
in a 14 playoff.
Well,
I think this is 10, isn't it?
Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Michigan. Texas has been in it. They won it one year.
No. Texas had one. This is the first year they're in
What's
it.
going on here?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that Vince Young stuff was pre.
That was.
I'm sure Notre Dame's been in it. They probably let them in it one year when they had 8 losses. Just got to do Notre Dame a favor, huh?
Woo!
They were a 4-point favorite over Wisconsin.
In the Big Ten championship.
Beat them 59-0.
That's why they got in. Their third string
Yeah.
quarterback put up 59.
Yep. Well, you're right.
I think that's the year they won the national.
You win, Coach. I lose. You win.
No, I mean it's bad. You know what? Everybody's gonna cry and debate. Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna get their chance. If they can beat Georgia, that's the caliber team they would have had to have beat to win a national title. If they beat Georgia, and let's say Texas or Alabama wins the national championship with 1 loss, then just claim one. Just get your T-shirts made.
But now,
and tell them you won it.
Like the Georgia game, do you not think Georgia might not even be? They might be disinterested, to me, because they had 1 goal. Usually, those Alabama teams that didn't get in, they kind of.
Then that would be, if I was a Georgia fan, I'd be really disappointed because you win 2 in a row and you're telling me you can't get up for a. I mean, it's like these things are a given that you win it every year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's only one Alabama and they don't even go every year now. So, I don't know. I think if you put that much time in, dang it.
It's time for the afternoon announcements.
And we're back.
Thank you, I heard that.
You got time to.
Oh, yeah,
You got time to make your picks?
I got time. Oh, yeah.
Hurry up, because
I
I got
got
to practice
time.
at
I
3.
was about to say we'll do the New Year's 6 next week. Let's do our.
Oh, we got time. I got 12 minutes.
You got 12
Yeah,
minutes.
we got time.
You gonna get paper out? Do what we did last year.
Let's do it next week.
Next week.
Sounds like a
Let's
deal.
go ahead and let's talk about the
4 teams.
playoff.
Okay.
Plus the Orange Bowl.
Okay. Which one's?
That's Georgia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Georgia, Florida State.
I saw something today.
Georgia in a landslide.
They called the
Yeah.
game the Kleenex Bowl because both
they
teams.
both
Both teams are
That's
crying.
true. That's a good one, Enoch.
I saw it. I saw it on Facebook today.
Kleenex
I thought it was
Bowl.
funny.
All right, so I'm picking Tennessee to beat Iowa. That's the most important bowl game around
How many
here.
points does Tennessee score?
Iowa's got a really good defense, so I don't know.
Is it over 20?
I hope.
Do you get over
if,
20?
If they do, I think they win because I think Iowa struggles to score.
They do.
So-
That's evident.
I don't know.
What day is that?
That's New Year's Day. Hey, we can sit down on New Year's. Here's what's crazy: we played Chucky Doke the second,
It's the next day.
the next day. So we
So
got
Monday?
Tennessee that day, and I think both those Final Four games are on the first.
There's 6 games that day.
So I'm gonna practice like 6 a.m. just so I can get home. And give it this right here all day once a little. Who's playing? I don't even know who's playing who. Alabama, Michigan.
Alabama, Michigan, Texas, Washington.
We're going to have a Texas-Alabama rematch. But I want Washington to win because they're the Huskies. But I think Texas beats Washington. I think Alabama beats Michigan. And I think Alabama mops the field with Texas this time.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
What's your
Alabama
opinion?
national champs.
I'm going to go.
So Washington's playing Texas? I hope Washington
You're a
wins.
Texas fan, right?
Oh, look at here. He's got the
Yeah.
ball orange.
I
He
gotta
already
pick-
has his pick.
I got to pick totally different from Coach.
You don't have to.
I'm going to.
Well, if we're going to do the, what was it last year? Like, if you want to win, you got to pick different than everybody.
yeah. I'm going to go Washington and Michigan, with Michigan winning it.
That's a crazy one. Anything can happen, though.
I hope Michigan loses so their coach will leave and go to the NFL.
To his team.
To the Bears.
They've been trying to make Michigan mad all year.
You'll get some inside scoop.
Can he
That
coach?
would be, I don't even like Michigan. As a matter of fact,
He coached in the Big Ten
Okay.
championship.
we're supposed to hate Michigan because they robbed a Heisman Trophy from us.
I think they got a lot
That's
of
26 years
motivation.
That's 26 seconds ago, if you ask a Tennessee fan. That's,
Okay.
that's as fresh as it.
ago. I wasn't born yet. So.
Oh, gosh. I can tell you where I was at when I was listening to it on the radio. And they had a special show that night just because that's probably like the only time a Tennessee player's ever been invited to the dang thing.
We're going to get another one here in the next couple of years.
Well, I hope. But that was the biggest crime in sports history is him not winning that. And we're supposed to hate Michigan, I guess, for that reason. But I really do sympathize with them because it almost seemed like they were kind of out to get him this year on some stuff. And at first, when I heard all this stuff, I'm like, what a cheater. I mean, Harbaugh was what a... And then all of it, when they investigate it, figure out he has nothing to do with any of this. And they fire the people that did have something to do with it. And the guy still can't coach 3 games, and they win them anyway. I think they're on a mission. You may be right,
I
Sam.
think they're going to win it.
Okay.
Dog, what you got?
I got the Huskies over the Longhorns,
That's a great pick.
but I got Alabama over Michigan. So it's Alabama and Washington, and I'm gonna pick probably the underdog story. Probably, I don't know, but I'm going with the Huskies.
He's a Husky
winning
man.
the national championship.
This is awesome.
We're going to have 4 different selections. So we're going to have a winner, and we're going to have.
Because I've got Texas and Michigan go
Yep.
with Texas winning.
Look at that.
Everybody has 4
I knew you would.
completely different
I don't
picks.
know.
Listen,
last year.
if Tennessee's in it, you're gonna do
That's
the same
right.
thing.
Yeah.
You can't go against your favorite
Right.
game.
Usually
you
I would
can't
go
say, you
against
know what, it's been a good year, but we're gonna lose.
Drivers and car riders can
Usually
be
I would
dismissed.
go SEC, but I don't think
Hey,
Georgia.
Texas is SEC.
Well, I don't think
They're going
Georgia
into the SEC anyways.
Georgia and Alabama are quite as good as like they've been. Big.
Which is going to make everybody else cry even harder when they win it anyway. When they're not as good.
Yeah, well, you might be right.
I may be wrong. This may be the year. This may be like one of them Clemson years where somebody else can do it.
Heisman.
Hey, I did hear this. First of all, the coolest thing ever happened this year. The Undertaker presented a WWE Championship belt to the MVP of the Big 12 Championship game. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard. And they said that the Big 12 commissioner had been like publicly rooting for Oklahoma State just because Texas and Oklahoma's leaving. And they said that the Texas fans, when they introduced
booed
that
him
guy,
out of the building.
they booed him and then started chanting SEC.
Yep.
Now, how awful is that when the Big 12 champion has been crowned and the crowd chanting SEC?
Well, when your commissioner at the beginning of the year openly says that he's going to be in Thanksgiving, or he's going to be in Austin on Thanksgiving, and he hopes Texas Tech beats Texas just like they did last year, that's not going to sit well with fans.
No.
That's like Tennessee somehow leaving to go somewhere, and the SEC commissioner's like, hey guys, I'm going to be in Tuscaloosa. I hope Bama beats you by 50. That's not going to sit well with you either.
Well, let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. The Pac-12's already dissolved.
ACC's about to be gone
The
too.
ACC is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
They've picked up Stanford and
Cal.
Yeah.
It's no longer
Okay,
the Atlantic
the Big
Coast
12, when you
Conference.
take Texas and Oklahoma out, it won't be long they start losing money. The money's in 2 places.
Big Ten, SEC.
It's going to end up being a 2-division league, and I don't even know how that works when you
I
only
think
have
you
2
need to
divisions.
do a 3-division league.
Well, it'd be cool,
Somehow-
but who's going to leave the SEC and start this third one?
Kick Vandy out.
I mean, you've got to have a
Kick
Clemson,
Vandy.
and you've got to have a Florida State, some big schools like that, and try to bring in Duke and Carolina just for the basketball revenue, and steal somebody. That you got to steal somebody for there to be 3, or here before too long, Clemson will be in the SEC.
Mhm.
Florida State will
Florida
be
State
in the
wants to
SEC.
go too.
Duke, North Carolina will be in the Big Ten. I mean, that's getting ready to happen, and it's all because of money.
Transfer portal has made everything so
I got
much more crazier too. It's like over 3,000 players have entered the portal so far.
Heisman. No, I gotta go.
All right, yeah, Sam's got
Jaden
practice.
Daniels,
That's who it should be. He's the best player in the
Michael
country.
Penix is who I think.
Michael Penix is gonna win. I
Yep.
think.
I think Jaden Daniels does win because of the stats. But if you're talking about who I would want to win a ball game, Michael Penix.
And you got to stare him down.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Played him
You're
last year.
safe.
You're in trouble, buddy.
Played him last year in the
Okay.
Alamo Bowl.
Did I
that
read something about Tennessee was recruiting him? Pruitt said something about he don't fit
He
the
was-
system.
He was. I thought he was.
Probably did.
I thought he was
Let
committed
us
to
Jeremy
Tennessee.
Pruitt. What
Okay.
can I say?
Penix was committed to Tennessee.
Don't fit our system.
It's all right. We're on Nico's time
See,
now.
coach.
See you guys.
We're on Nico's time. Bye!
My hope is that Texas can match up with Michigan and then beat them, because if so, you will have beat Washington in the semifinals, you will have beat Michigan in the championship, and you beat Alabama in week 2. So you have a full sweep of all 3 playoff teams outside of yourself with the eternal scoreboard over every team in the Big 12.
You better be talking to Santa Claus.
Why's that?
Make your wish list. That sounds like
Bluetooth time. Is that all we got?
that's all we got.
Alright, Coach, E-Dog, Coach Carlton's already left. That's it.
RKO out of nowhere.
Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company TNA
Hey.
show presented by Starne's Barbershop. We look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.
Pearl Harbor Day. Thank you to all the veterans.